Hi, it's Edie again. Alright, so I have just left Starbucks, and I gotta tell you what happened to me. Hold on, it's hot. I gotta at least put the windows down. Well, I'll turn the air on because I don't want anyone else to hear this. I'm putting it on my blog, but I don't want anyone in the general vicinity to be able to hear me say it right now live. Okay, so I was just in Starbucks, downloading email and uploading the blog and watching blog posts. And I try not to be judgmental. I am very judgmental of myself, but I try not to be judgmental of other people because I don't know their situation and I know how I feel about being judged. And so I try really hard to not judge others just based on appearance. Now, once I get to know you, obviously, I will form an opinion. Anyway, besides the point. So I'm sitting in Starbucks, and I'm feeling very self-conscious today. As many of you know, I'm a personal trainer, and I have lost a significant amount of weight, but over the past year, I've put on about 25 pounds. I've put back on about 25 pounds of what I had lost. I had lost 106 pounds, and then I've regained about 23 to 25 pounds. So I'm already feeling very self-conscious today. It's the first time I've worn a tank top in almost a year. So you know, I'm already having not great day image-wise. You know, not loving myself today. So I'm sitting in Starbucks, and of course today is the day that every thin, beautiful, trendy woman with no children, you know, these stories that I make up in my head, of course, because for all I know, she's got 5 kids. But anyway, so like 50 trendy, thin, beautiful women come into Starbucks and get their lattes or whatever it is they're drinking and leave. I'm sitting there with my little mocha milk, you know, chocolate milk basically, and I'm watching videos and uploading things on the internet and sitting there all by myself. And I go to the bathroom and I'm still numb. I can talk now. My tongue isn't numb, but the entire side of my face and my ear and everything are still completely numb from the dentist appointment. And I'm sitting there today and I'm drinking my chocolate milk. And just now I went to the bathroom before I left, and I finish using the bathroom and I go in front of the mirror and I'm washing my hands, and I swear to God I had a line of chocolate milk all the way down my face. I've been sitting in Starbucks for like 2.5 hours now, and I have no idea how long this line of chocolate milk has been there. And it's pretty damn noticeable. So that really embarrassed me even more, because I'm drooling chocolate milk and have no clue. So that's my day. That's my life. So while I'm sitting in Starbucks, like I said, I was watching other vlogs. And just to give you a heads up, there's no telling how many subjects I may talk about in any given time span, because I have a touch of ADD with a little bit of OCD thrown in on top of it. And I tend to bounce on, you know, from one subject to the next. But while I'm sitting in Starbucks, I'm writing little notes to myself of things that I want to talk about on my next blog post. And I'm not sure how much time I have left because I know I talked for a while before, so I'm going to try and make this quick. I was watching Stephanie Gagos. I'm trying to catch up on like one person's blog a day because I am going to sit somewhere else to be on the internet. So I watched all of Effy's, I've watched all of Tam's, and I got to Stephanie's vlogs today. And I was sitting there in Starbucks laughing out loud and crying visibly in Starbucks because she's being so real. You know, she was talking about, you know, chewing gum and whatever, and so I would laugh with her. And then when she got to her story, I was crying because, you know, she's being so brave. And all of you who are vlogging have been so brave and so open, and I am not that way. I am not to that point. Not even close. that point yet. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be, because I don't feel like I'm brave enough to do it. To talk about, my childhood or my past or difficult things, because there are things that have happened to me that no one knows. I mean, certain people know about certain things, but there are things that have happened that family members and friends don't know about me, and I don't want them to know. I've had to deal with things that I don't talk about, and I'm not brave enough to open that can of worms and have those discussions. So I just wanted to say that to Stephanie and Effy and those of you who have talked about things that are from your past that you still live with and you still deal with, I applaud you. And you are so brave, and I appreciate you so much. And I feel your pain. And I hope that one day I get to a point that I can be as brave as you are. I don't know if that's going to happen now. I don't think it will. But I hope to be brave enough one day. And I really appreciate you all sharing your story. I appreciate it very much. And before I get any further into that, because I know there's already going to be 1,000 questions that I'm not prepared to answer, just based on that one little snippet, you have no idea how many questions are going to be posed to me. Osama Bin Ladin. I know everyone that watched my blog post saw my reaction to the whole Osama Bin Laden death thing. And you couldn't see it, but you could hear my reaction. And the news that I've been watching, I watch very little news, as I already said. I do not watch the news, but I have seen a lot of, the celebrations and things like that. And my reaction was, yay, Osama's dead. It was not a reaction of, woohoo, Osama Bin Laden, someone's been killed, let's celebrate. It was, we have finally found the reason that we were over there. And hopefully there can be closure for the families, and hopefully we can begin to move on. And not by any means end the war, but hopefully bring some of our troops home. And hopefully get to the point, basically. Let's do what we went over there to do. We found the guy. He's dead now. His body is thrown overboard, which I completely agree with. He does not deserve a shrine. There should not be a place where people can gather. So I support the burial at sea. But and there's always going to be somebody to step up in his place. So I am not delusional in thinking that this war is going to just magically end because we've killed Osama bin Laden. But maybe we can ease some family sufferings and bring some of our troops home. And there's always going to be another guy. There's always going to be some other lunatic who doesn't agree with our lifestyle, or doesn't agree with our religion, or doesn't agree with our freedoms, or whatever it is that they're not going to agree with. There's always another lunatic in line. I'm not delusional to think that just because Osama bin Laden is dead now, that's all going to be over. But hopefully we can move forward now, and make some progress and bring some of our troops home. So that was my little, glad to hear it. But I do not celebrate the fact that someone has had to die. I'm glad that it was done the way that it was done, and that, they didn't just go in and blow the whole building up. There's a way to show proof. Yes, it was Osama bin Laden. We shot him. We have proof. We have DNA. We can prove it's him. So I'm glad that things were done that way, and that it wasn't just, oh, let's blow an entire building up, and, oh yeah, we think he's in there. So I'm glad that things were handled the way they were. But I do not celebrate the fact that someone has to die. And I think that's it for today. I'm probably at least at 15 minutes with this post and the previous post that I'm going to try and edit together. So I will talk to you all again tomorrow. Bye.